Hey, Jess. I really hope you get this link. Hey, so months ago, well, for the past years, I just, I've wanted to just, my interpersonal desires have been to just rid myself, just draw this all up in a conclusion, pass it off, and just be done with it. So, I believed it to be more or less two separate things. No, not, it was one thing, but I just wanted to focus on the easiest, quickest thing, and then give it to somebody do something with it, and then I can just, maybe somebody else will pick up from there. Um, that, and also, I was going through a lot during that time, and I started using drugs too, which didn't, it wasn't affecting me more or less delusionally, but I was just making quicker assumptions, or I was making the most logical assumption to benefit me, and I believe truly that you follow the spirit as well. And when we do that, it's generally not what the spirit is really guiding you or telling you to do. That you're just half-assing it, or I am half-assing it, um, and taking the lessons and the things that we learn and the things that guide us. And we just we we the some people use it to benefit themselves, and when that happens, I guess in some cases people are protected from other people's intentions when they're using the spirit wrong or ignorantly. And I am very ignorant to this whole thing. But I realize now that I I you keep on popping back up in all the things that in different areas, and it's not you it's like you, out of nowhere, like I'll come across one of your videos, and it is quite literally something that I was just talking about, or I was dreaming about, or I was working on, or and then it just doesn't make sense, and I don't understand it. I just assumed you were going to carry my burden, and I wanted to just get rid of it. I don't know what it actually is, but I fear I push you off, and I really believe that I need you for something else. It's just like your input or your wisdom, or I don't need to give anything to you. It's just I need help finishing what I've done, but what I was talking to you about isn't really what it's about. It's about something so much more beautiful, and I just can't. It's so amazing. It's just like I want to shout it from the rooftops, but like I can prove it with numbers. I can prove it with other areas. I can collect all the evidence. It's just something. Something's missing, preventing me from finishing it. Like, I keep on wanting and trying to finish what I'm working on. I know now over the past couple months, because so much has changed, and I am such a different person. Like, in my mind, like, my belief systems have changed like 14 times since February. Each time, like, drastically changing my perspective on the world. And it's like narrowing everything down to the most perfect way to view and know how everything is supposed to be. Like, the secret of the universe. What is the purpose of mankind? These impossible questions I've got answers to. It's just I'm not ready to do something with it because you keep on popping back up, and now I just kind of wanted to avoid you, but for some reason, someone from my past, I guess the term here is called ghosting, where they just drop off the grid. I was supposed to reconnect with them. And I'm putting myself out there, and I don't really have much faith that this will open your mind up to having a conversation with me again. But I have to try, because I was going through my Facebook, just cleaning it out for no fucking reason, because I don't care about anything. I just went from all my friends down to 33. And then I went through my messages and I was deleting all my ones. I deleted them all. And then I went to unreceived ones, and then I saw your audio file. And then I listened to it, and it was the exact same thing that I was expecting this month. For the past, 2 months, I've been waiting for this month to come around, and I just couldn't think of anybody who ghosted me, because I didn't think that it was like that. But your message pretty much says that. Quinn, I don't know. But, I'm not. It's hard for people to understand a lot of things that I say, but I think that you might be able to understand this when I say it. People want to know what the purpose of life is. What is the meaning of life? What are we? Who are we? What are we supposed to do? What's our life for? And the key answer to that, not the answer, but the answer to the answer, is suffering. Like, in religion, we say love is patient, love is kind, love is yada yada yada. But it's suffering to be kind. When you don't want to be kind and you want to snap at somebody, you suffer internally to be kind. Everybody must suffer to do the right thing. But the one answer is servitude. Everything serves another purpose other than their own. Like, you got deer, and then you have, or elk, or antelope, I don't know what you have in Australia, and then you have lions. And then the lions are keeping the population down. I don't know if they're doing that good of a job, but they eat the antelope. And the antelope they suffer that fate of being food for a greater cause. and then like mosquitoes, and then flies, and squirrels, and everything serves to something else, like birds and insects, and everything serves into it. The humankind, us as people, we are broken because we're fractured. We serve ourselves and our own purposes and our own intention, whereas the spirit that lives in all the animals and the grass and the trees and everything, they are all serving everybody else, but they're now being forced to serve us and us alone, and we're creating like an imbalance. And the spirit wants us to stop being so damn selfish. Take up a servitude life. Start serving other people, serving other things, serving other causes that cause you to feel an element of suffering to do the right thing. And just like viruses and bacteria and I don't know, hitting your hand with a hammer like every couple hours, eventually it's just going to get numb, it's not going to hurt anymore. Like, we adapt. That suffering, if you choose things that don't make you, that don't just come naturally, you will eventually have desires that just bring you joy, and it's out of your control. Like, yeah, I'm supposed to be suffering. I'm not trying to do things that I want. I'm not trying to do things that benefit me. But now, this just like random thing happened, and I'm happy. But that joy is so overwhelming that, come on, boy, how you doing? You so cute. Yes, you are. Good boy. The joy is so great because you suffer so long. So when you experience that little taste, it's like a first kiss. But it's like a first kiss all the time. But it's in all different things, like my garden, or a leaf blowing through the wind. Like, I hope you understand what I'm saying. Like, you give up all the things that you want and you choose suffering, things will bring you joy that don't make sense, and it's wonderful, and it's like perfect, and it keeps on happening, and then you stop suffering in so many different areas, and you just have this wonderful sense of contentment and peace. And you want nothing more than to keep on trying to suffer to do the things that you don't want to do, but now you find yourself doing the things that you want to do, and it just, everything eventually brings you joy because you keep on trying to suffer in everything. And it's like a depressed person, like someone who suffers from depression. You don't stay depressed for forever. You always have moments where you laugh, or you feel good, or something happens and you're like, oh yeah, and then you forget about being depressed. Like, I'm not saying choose depression, I'm saying choose suffering. And it all, I don't know. Yeah. Hope you get this. Hope you see that my madness was to get me to this point. And sorry I tried to bail all that stuff on you, but you keep on popping back up. I don't know why. I'm just putting myself out there to see what happens.